Hey everybody, welcome to NFT Art Galaxy here with Dale Forward, NFT Art Creator Series, episode number 7 with Dale. Welcome, Dale. How's things? Is it like Tuesday already over there or what?
Yeah, it's Tuesday, 8 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And we got 5 o'clock, 5:11 here, and it's still light out because of good old daylight savings time. So
So yeah, I think we wanted to talk about the auction, your T-Lop Foundation auction, like with Y1 coming up.
it is coming up on Tuesday, so that would be tomorrow. So 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We have this beauty going up.
Yeah, nice. So and I guess we just wanted to talk about it just a little bit to get a bit more background information and stuff. I think that was the plan.
Yeah.
And so obviously like this was from it was your grandfather, wasn't it? That was the one that drew the original picture. Yeah.
Yep.
And so you had your competition, and really I think I was just in a good headspace when I was making it too. Like I wanted to make something really clean and putting all like the information that I knew from my past experiences with the AlgoGod series into this piece. So lots of stuff about like the coloring and the making it nice and clean and sharp, as well as the kind of content where I knew I wanted to do like some creature or character in the same sketch as what your grandfather did. And I thought robots would be cool because it's like, the new future and everything like that. But then also putting the smaller characters around at the base too, because I found that like having that extra depth it adds a bit more story and a bit more like sort of epicness to it, like gives you a bit more of a warped sense of scale, and just to like get that interest going, because I wanted people to be able to like really gaze into it, and sort of be a bit inspired by it. And like I'm really happy with how it came out. It was funny though, when I was producing it, I made the whole scene up, and like what happened was when I built it, I rendered it out, and keep in mind I hadn't saved the scene at all.
Oh,
I rendered it out. Yeah, I know. I was living on the edge. Rendered it out, and then luckily it rendered one image, but then it crashed. And luckily I could use that image, and that was this image here.
Oh
wow. And yeah, so it was lucky that it just ended up being good and nothing messed up in that render. Otherwise it could have been completely different. So
it's pretty epic though. Pretty epic. I got it up now on the screen. Tom's on the left and then yours on the right, and it's just, I mean, I think it's pretty amazing how you were able to put together that composition.
Thanks. Yeah, like I really just tried to imagine what your grandfather would have been imagining when he drew that, like what he was seeing. And I actually like the way I made it was I got his image and did a bit of like a fade, like an overlay over the scene that I had, so that I could like line up the perspective and line up the characters and stuff. So it's like a nice see-through sort of image. Yeah. And even like I was actually lining up their legs and everything too, but the legs are heaps more extreme, like, and sort of unrealistic. Same with some of the character positions. So it was more just trying to get the proportions and stuff right, and making the people in the background kind of line up. And then as it sort of went on, I made just some minor adjustments to the camera angle to make it look just that little bit more interesting compared to say the picture where it's a bit more abstract. Like the perspective's a little bit more warped, where say when you're in a 3D program, it's much more exact. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. And I guess like that sort of leads into the other stuff that I wanted to talk about in this sort of episode, is like the main direction that I'm going with my collection now. So as I might have said in the last episode, I've capped the collection at 888 pieces, and I'm focusing now on short form video content where it's like the longest one I've done is about 3 minutes, but I'm just going to be focusing on 1 minute video clips at the moment, just because it's like much better for sharing on Twitter and also the amount of production and stuff.
Okay.
And with that, now I feel confident that that can be the collection, like the 1 minute video clips that'll show kind of like just environments, stories, and worlds and stuff like that, and maybe some like interesting, like bizarre sort of concepts. Um, and so now I feel confident with the art side of things, to be honest. Like, I feel like I can kind of just step away from that side of having to explore all the things. The focus now is building the value for holders and building my community, basically, because
Okay.
I think that's been the major thing that I've been missing. Like, a lot of people have been saying to me, this with the downtime in Algorand and just crypto in general, it's the time to build the community and build value for holders. But I didn't fully understand, I think, what that meant beforehand. Like, I was like, yeah, let's make better art. Let's just do some more interesting things. But I didn't fully understand what that meant. And now I'm starting to grasp it just a little bit. I'm just going to start doing some basic stuff of doing giveaways on like my Discord and on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm going to do some more like competitions and stuff. I'm going to be doing like parts where you can be involved in the creation of the artwork a bit more. So maybe like writing the description for the video, maybe choosing or helping choose music. And yeah, like doing giveaways of some of my physical items from my website. So like shirts, some of my older books and decks of cards and stuff like that. And so this now, like this idea and this focus has only been in like maybe the last few days.
Okay.
So it's still quite early, and it's something that I'm just wanting to focus on for the next maybe few weeks and just build it up. So I'm going to be doing like kind of what everybody does in the beginning, just to get a hold of it, like doing giveaways and doing a bit more interaction and stuff first, just to start getting the ball rolling, and get interaction a bit more on my like Twitter posts and my Discord,
Okay.
and kind of just, yeah, see what happens with it. Like, and so that it's not so much focused on like algo moving, but just that people see more value, the holders like see more value in what I'm doing, and like it's just more fun for them, so it's giving them more value. And obviously, like, the plan for that is really so that the collection as a whole can have a bit more value, and then hopefully it'll drive maybe a few more people to want to buy into the collection, and like hopefully increase some secondary sales. Like, that's the general, like, I guess, plan for it, because then by more secondary sales, then there could be maybe like a higher floor price, and then the value, like the value of the collection, can raise through that as well. But so yeah, I'm just trying to start off with like benefiting the holders through these sort of things, and starting off simply, and then in time, once I get a bit of an understanding, a bit more about like what works and what people actually want, like and just understanding that side of things, then yeah, like I'll be figuring out more and more. But that's sort of just where I'm at the moment. Like, I'm feeling confident with my art, and I'm just going to build up the like the other side of it, like the community, basically. Yeah, I'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the community, I think, is a very important part to art, especially these
Yeah.
days. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of good examples out there that you can kind of look towards and see, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and you just kind of build off of that. But
Yeah, I think it's just something I think I've been missing, honestly. Like, I've been way too focused on the art, which I think has been a really positive thing. Like, that I think my art now has gotten to a really nice level that like I'm happy with. And I think, yeah, just the thing that I've been missing, and the thing that has been like making the collection sort of weaker, is that outside community and connection to the art. And so once I spend, a few weeks with that and get a nice hold of it, I think that, yeah, that can be really taking it to the next level. especially doing, say, like stuff with the metaverse, like doing scavenger hunts and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
so putting up like a word that you've got to find in the gallery, and so you have to search around and everything, and like if you find it, then maybe you get a free NFT or just something like that, you know. Um, and so, which is something that I helped Crypto Shane do, where I made him a metaverse gallery, and then if they found the secret room, like the first 3 people get a free like psycho skull or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was a really simple sort of thing, but it's just like
It's fun. It's fun
getting a
community
bit more
engagement.
interaction with the collection and stuff like that. So yeah. And I know that in time, like my view of it all will develop too. Like this is still just the early day of it. But now I just know that that's going to be the focus. And I think that's something that I was sort of missing. Like I was really just trying to push my art, but now I'm going to try and just push that community side. And hopefully I can see a lot of good benefits from that. But yeah.
Have you thought about like staking your stuff and things like that?
Yeah, I have sort of thought about that sort of stuff, but I don't know how to do it yet, so I haven't looked into it too deeply. Like because I want to do the choose your own adventure style like text adventure as well, um, and so that'll be another part where people can sort of use their NFTs to interact with my work. But yeah, I'll be looking into staking in the future. It's not a focus just yet, but it is something I want to explore because I'm just trying to keep it simple
Yeah.
while I get my head around what it means to build this community with giveaways and stuff. Because yeah, I'd need like I think someone to come in and code that sort of stuff or implement it a bit more.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know. So I was just the reason why I was bringing it up. So I know Gecko Fan, the Geckos, they have two things, and it just came to my mind when we were talking about community, and I
Yeah,
believe it's been adding to engagement in their community. One is they're actually on their second holding period, but he actually created a separate collection of pixel geckos.
yeah,
So I think what happens is that if you stake your regular one-on-one geckos, you get additional pixel geckos, and then in time, I think you can burn your pixel geckos into getting regular one-on-one geckos. So I mean, it's just everybody's coming up with different things, but I think that's kind of interesting. And they're using just simple things like Google Docs. I don't know why that didn't pop up, but anyway,
oh yeah.
uh,
Maybe click
forums
the
like that. I mean, I think it's a lot of manual. Well, I guess the holding period's a lot of manual work, and then I'm good. That's the first part. The second part is that they created a diamond gecko program where if you have a certain amount of geckos, you kind of are elevated in the community as well.
yeah.
So I know, Giraffe, a bunch of other people have different things that they're doing, but it's interesting. You can do anything, right? So,
Yeah,
but
and that's sort of what I'm wanting to look into more at the moment. That's like the focus now. And so I know that there's heaps of stuff I could do. Like
yeah,
yeah, I'm trying to not bite off too much just yet, but knowing that that sort of stuff is out there, yeah, is
right,
like and because I think the big thing that I'm going to be focusing on really is like why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. Like what sort of effects does it have? Like and so we know that people like giveaways, right? And but it's understanding like why is that important? Like what kind of effects does it have on the community and stuff? So that I can just understand those little basic things. And then once I understand like why those things work, then I can understand a bit more about how to grow it in the right
yeah,
directions. And not just sort of doing it because everybody's doing it, basically. Like so figuring out like why are people staking it? What are the benefits? And it'll just be like probably me talking to a lot of people in the community and then testing it out and
yeah.
seeing people's experiences.
Well,
Um,
you have to tailor it to your project too. And I mean, giveaways are giveaways,
yeah,
but it depends upon the way that you do it as well. I mean, there's just general broad giveaways, and then there's also holder giveaways, and like there's different levels
yeah,
of that. So
yeah,
it's depending
exactly.
upon who you want to bring in. I mean, I think like you said, the art speaks for itself. The art is the first thing that you need. Now you have that the art down, obviously. Now it's time to build a community. So it's,
Yeah.
baby steps. So
Yeah. And
well,
like,
see what works.
yeah, because like it feels like, as always, it's still early days, but now I feel like the step of the art has, it's sort of gotten to a level now where I can step away from it. And yeah, I can see that maybe like my plan is like maybe another 50 artworks and I'll judge my progress from there. And so within that 50, I will focus on building, like trying to get more secondary sales as like the end goal. But the
Yep.
start would just be, yeah, like trying to get more interaction from holders and just using those 50 purely to try and benefit holders in some way. But
Now,
yeah,
now that when you do start the community too, it becomes more and more works. I just using this one as an example, but I've been seeing lately, every day people are bringing in more like community managers, social managers, ambassadors, whatever you want to call them. So
yeah,
Algo Bones is going into his phase two. In his Discord, he, was pretty much kind of like yours. He had it, but he wasn't using it, and then started to use it. And now Bones is going to a phase two, and I guess he's got two of his um, fans holders now are going to be social managers. Have you thought about something like that, or is it too new to for you to look for someone to help manage and kind of champion
well,
your community?
yeah, so it is something that I've been looking into. There was one guy that I was talking to about it. But I think though that because of the level that I'm at, there's not a strong need just yet. But also I'm still figuring out why or like what their use would be. And so, like the major sort of thing is that they can maintain the community, keep it interactive and stuff. But it's for me, it's like making sure that they have the skills maybe that I do need, like, and that I want to push um
Right.
like to the community. Like, and that's the thing is like I want to actually learn about it myself so that I can kind of delegate it a little bit more. Like I'm like, hey, I just need
Right.
you to do this, rather than like someone coming in and like taking over stuff that I don't understand.
Right.
Like, which I'm also all for in a way. Like if they know more about it than me and they can come in and improve it, that's really cool. But I guess like, yeah, it's sort of not at that level yet where I feel like I need one. So it's more just like casual, like people helping me out a little bit and supporting me at the moment.
Right.
Just
Plus, you
because
don't
my
sleep.
community's, yeah.
You don't
Sorry.
sleep. I said, plus you don't sleep.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't need
That's
another person just yet. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, because once it builds up and once I'm like, all right, I just need someone to maybe like run the giveaways or something, or just like come up with new interactive things, like then I'll bring someone in. But yeah, at the moment, while it's sort of building, and especially at the time we're in at the moment where it sort of feels like everything's moving a bit slower, I don't really feel like I need to involve someone just yet, but it is something definitely that I've thought
cool.
about and I can see the benefits of. Um,
Oh man.
and that's where, yeah.
Well,
What?
this is exciting times, man. I'll tell you that. So, but this is exciting. I like where you're going with the project, and it's just constantly building, learning. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna keep trying to build, man. Like I'm just gonna keep putting my time into this. And I think the people that, same with you, that have picked up a piece, you can see that it can grow more and more. And I feel like there's a lot of people that see the potential in this collection. But I also, and like I do too, I see potential in it, but I haven't ticked all the major boxes yet. And I think that major box I need to tick is building that community. So there's a reason basically to buy it, to buy these NFTs. And it's like, yeah, people know that there's a reason. Like the people that see the art, they're like, yep, I love the art. That's the reason. But I think that as the community grows, as our understanding of NFTs grow, it has to be more than that. And like, that can be through benefits of like where I can maybe support another collection, where if you're a holder of mine, then you can get another free NFT from another collection. Or there's going to be like games, or that you can receive physical items and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that there's more of a reason of owning my NFTs than just having a cool picture, basically. And yeah, and I think that's sort of just where the culture's going. Like, I can see that if companies come in, you know, they're going to be having their big business sort of stuff going on. So I've kind of got to try and think, how would a big business approach this?
Right.
And even though I won't be able to reach their level with the funding and stuff, I can still do those same basic sort of things that they do. And as long as I'm understanding why, like why I'm doing what I'm doing, and trying to bring the value to the people that hold my stuff, then I think it could grow into something really awesome. And yeah, I just need to, I think, really dip my toe into that side of it, because it's just something that is still quite new. But now that I see those, like, I see sort of maybe 3 pillars in my collection at the moment. There's the pure NFT artworks, the Twitter sort of like profile, and then the Discord community, basically. And Discord could like offshoot onto Telegram as well, basically that in like that community side of it. And I would say that Twitter seems to be going okay. It's growing nicely. I'm making nice interactive posts with my videos as well, like getting more engagement.
Mhm.
And I would say that the art is turning out really nicely as well. Like, and so really the big weakness is the community, and that's all I'm going to be focusing on, so it can get maybe to the same level as those other two. And I think once those 3 pillars are like strong and nice, then it'll be a nice, like meaningful connection, collection that people might want to buy into and become a part of. So that secondary, because that's the end goal, is to try and get the secondary stuff to move a little bit more. So
Yeah.
there's more movement in the NFTs, but also to encourage people to hold as well.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I
What,
guess that's the general goal now.
what
Yeah.
about your website? I mean, is your website still going to be a hub? I mean, have you thought
Yeah.
about
Yeah. Like,
bringing,
just
your links to your artwork to it? Because I wasn't sure if these collections are linked to the website when I first checked, but that was months ago.
no, yeah. So like just actually before this interview, I was just setting up a bit more of the website, just so that I'll have like one page that will be the summary of the collection, and basically every link. So if you go up, there's got the ALGO GODS collection just next to the products there, just up the top.
Okay.
You
Yeah, I
scroll
see
up.
it. Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that'll be shared. I'm still working on it at the
Cool.
moment. So basically, I'm going to describe the collection, have all the stuff that you could check out, and just having all the links for everything, so that it's like making sure that if you want to know everything there is about this collection, all the stuff will be in just that one
Right.
page.
Well, that's
And
what I like.
so,
Yeah. And I think your website could also drive people that aren't on Twitter, aren't in Discord, people that are just, searching for art, right? I
yeah,
guess
exactly. Yeah.
outside of the community.
Yeah, so like that's yeah, I was just building that up today. The plan is to finish that off actually today, or get some sort of stuff going on with it, so it's pretty close to done. So yeah, I've got the sort of simple summary. I'm going to have people check over it as well, and then yeah, just all the stuff to check out, so that you can make sure that you've seen every little thing about the collection.
A lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it'll look cleaner and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
as
no, I
well.
know. I'm just saying this.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's amazing, from our episode 1 to now. I mean, just
that's the
the
goal, man. That was the
growth.
goal.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for this interview collection, man. Like that's where I want people to see the development, and then for the other artists, man, like so that they can see that I didn't start with all the knowledge. Like
yeah,
I had to figure out all this stuff.
cool.
But yeah, so that's the dream now. That's what the next maybe few weeks or whatever is going to be. Yeah, I see development as always. I think the part that was hard for me actually at the moment was getting locked into not sure like not knowing what I needed to do next, because all I was thinking about was the art. And now that when I can see that the community is a part of the artwork and building up that, now I can see there's so much room for improvement in there. And so now I can just dive into that. And I feel like, you know, it's sort of like I'm invigorated. Like that's the thing that I want to improve now. Because yeah, before I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like I feel like I was doing all the right things, you know, but now I'm just like, no, that's the focus. That's where I'm going to improve. And you've seen the improvement in the art in that time. So hopefully the improvement of the community can be just the same.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The boat is headed in the right direction. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Just see what happens. And the follower count slowly growing as well. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all
there.
positive. It's all positive. So you know,
Yeah.
every little bit helps. So cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll wrap this interview up here then.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you everyone for listening. I'm going to put link to Dale's Discord and every other thing down below, so you can check that out.
The auction,
the
as
auction
well.
is going to start tomorrow, so we'll hopefully get this video out pretty soon for that awesome Dale piece. And you know, love the video, like the video, share it, watch it again. But I really appreciate you, Dale, coming on and you know, letting everybody know where you're at and just continuing to update us on what you're doing and how you're building this project. I think it's definitely very helpful to people starting out. So many thanks.
Thanks heaps, man. All right, I'll catch you later, dude. So good to see you.
Likewise.